Hi, I'm Lauren Brooks. Thank you for hosting this forum and inviting me to participate in it. I just want to give you a little bit of my background. I have 2 children who have gone K-12 through the Irvine system. My son Derek, who graduated from Bowdoin College last year, and he was in Bosnia all summer, and now he has a Fulbright commission in Vienna. And my son Kevin, who's a senior at University of Denver, math science major who plays ice hockey there. So both products of our K-12 education. 25 years ago, my husband and I, our careers brought us to Irvine. I worked internationally for Adidas. My husband's with Alipio Pharmaceuticals. And when my boys were 2 and 3, Allergan offered my husband a position in China, and we moved to Hong Kong. And that's where my kids started school, and I started a new education in education. So I started with my Master's of Ed at Hong Kong University, and then I was hired by the Hong Kong International School to teach science as an instructor there. We moved back to Irvine, and this time we moved back to Irvine for a specific reason, for the education, as most of you who live in Irvine has moved here too. Thank you. I was hands-on in the classroom, K-12, as a teacher, as a volunteer. I've sat on school site councils, I've been PTA president. I had the honor of being IUSD's Parent Volunteer of the Year, which was awarded to me right here in your auditorium upstairs. I sit on the IPSF Executive Board, which is the fundraising arm of IUSD. But my real passion with IUSD lied in advocacy. And I started about 10 years ago traveling to Sacramento to talk specifically with legislators about public education. And about 6 years ago, I started bringing students up with us. And so for the last 6 years, I brought about 130 students up to talk about education and advocacy of our public school system up in Sacramento. I'm running for school board to ensure that all our students continue to receive that well-rounded education that my children got. With the budgetary cuts of $38 million, potential of $12.2 million for us next year, we have changing technologies, our core curriculum standards, all that will place a lot of demands on our teachers and staff. It makes it imperative that school board members be well-versed on the full IUSD education. The understandings of our programs at IUSD is key to the success and the future of IUSD. As a school board member, my focus is on high academic standards and shaping education to the 21st century workforce, retaining and attracting top teachers, and protecting our programs like science, art, and music, and STEM that produce creative, innovative problem solvers. I've been honored to be endorsed by the Irvine Teachers Association, the California Teachers Association, the California Schools Employees Association,
Please,
yes.
and
all 4 and 5 school board members. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Carolyn Inmon, and I'm a candidate for the school board. I would like to thank Beatrice and her team for putting on this wonderful opportunity this morning for us to get to know each other, and I know how hard that is, so thank you so much, and thank all of you for coming. I moved to Irvine 37 years ago so that my daughter could go to Irvine schools, so it's kind of always been that way that so many of our people move here because of the school system. During that time that she was in school, I did the things that engaged parents do. I volunteered at her schools, University Park and Rancho and so forth. And I served on a lot of district committees. I was founder and co-chair of the Community Advisory Committee for Gifted and Talented Education. I was founder and the first secretary of the first foundation, which was called the Irvine Education Foundation. I was president of the District Advisory Forum and all kinds of things like that. I also became a teacher. I was an instructional assistant, a substitute teacher, and then a teacher in Irvine, and that career was about 15 years. At the end, I became the walk-on debate coach, speech and debate coach at University High School, and that's where I had the privilege of coaching Mr. Kenneth Agron and got to know Larry and his family and many other people in town. And what happened there was I decided I really did love speech and debate. And there wasn't really that opportunity in Irvine, so I went to community college where I spent 19 years. At Mount San Antonio College, we won the first national championship in speech and debate for community colleges and continued to do that for 10 years thereafter. I had a lot of different jobs there as well, including department chair and all kinds of interesting things. The reason why any of this or all of this is important is that I think it's really important, especially when we're having cuts. I think it's extremely important to have an education professional, someone that understands education, understands the classroom, understands students, understands the whole statewide system. I think it's extremely important to have someone there that knows those things. And I am that person. I've taught every grade from kindergarten to community college. I've been department chair. I've hired people, evaluated them, and sometimes not rehired them. And I think that this kind of influence and perspective is something that the board could use. It's an excellent board, but I think it needs an educator. So I'm very happy to be here today. One of the other things that is interesting is that I was president of the Community College Association, which represents 11,000 community college teachers in the state of California. And during that time, we drafted legislation, we lobbied on a daily basis. I was pretty much in Sacramento for 2 years straight. So it's a lot of writing. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Paul Bokota. I want to thank all of you for coming and thank the SCCCA for putting on this event. I think the fact that we have this organization here like this is a testament to the diversity in Irvine, and the fact that you are putting on this event is a testament to the fact that universally all of us value education for our children. I'm a 20-year business attorney. I'm a trial attorney by training. Past 8 years I've worked for multinational corporations managing legal operations in the United States, in Europe, South America, and Asia. Irvine Unified School District is an exceptional district, and I think we need to make sure we have board members who are familiar with the district and who can use their experience to make sure that the district continues to move forward, providing an outstanding education. I have an elementary, middle, and high school children currently in the school district, so I'm very involved in the schools. I'm a former PTA president at Briarwood Elementary, where we have a very diverse population in every way. School side council member there, a legacy partner at Irvine Public Schools Foundation. I've been fortunate for the past 6 years to be a board-appointed member to the Irvine School District Finance Committee. I spent 6 years looking at our budget and working with our finance team to make sure I understand school financing, specifically in Irvine. And in these times of very difficult budget issues, I think it's critical to have that type of experience. I was the chair of a board-appointed revenue enhancement subcommittee to look at how we in Irvine can bring more local money to Irvine so that we might be less dependent on Sacramento for our funding. I've also been very fortunate to have been an interviewer on behalf of Harvard. I graduated from Harvard many years ago, unfortunately, and I've interviewed children applying to Harvard for over 20 years and over 14 years here in Irvine. I've represented Harvard at college fairs and have seen how well our students do in competitive situations, and I've been involved in Dade and Athens, so I've seen that part of the school district as well, and I've been very proud of how well our kids do as applicants. I want to make sure that we continue to give them the type of education that makes them great applicants, more importantly makes them great people, great college students, and great contributors to society after that. I'm very proud that after an interview process, I've been endorsed by the Irvine Teachers Association, the California teachers have endorsed me, the California School Employees Association. I'm proud to have the endorsement of Mayor Suki Tang, Mayor Pro Tem and current City Council member Beth Crom, the former superintendent of IPSF, and the former former superintendent of Irvine School District, and the former CFO of the Irvine School District. This is an amazing community, and we have an excellent district with wonderful kids. When you look at who you might vote for to lead this school district going forward, look at who has worked in the Irvine Public Schools, who has experience with the Irvine Public Schools, and who understands the exceptional nature of our district and what he or she can do to make sure that we continue that exceptional track record going forward. I look forward to answering your questions and to your support, and thanks again for coming on a Sunday morning.
Hi, my name is Michelle Ollada Alipio, and I just wanted to thank all of you for having me here today and giving me the opportunity to speak to all of you. I work for a public school district here in Orange County, so I understand how the public school system operates. And as a nurse, I have a unique perspective of administering to the whole child, which encompasses the emotional aspect along with the mind and body. I have experience in the Irvine community as part of the PTA, school site council, and as president of the board of directors for the Dolphin Club After School Childcare. I'm a parent. I have a son who is a student at Lakeside Middle School here in Irvine Unified. I am also a children's advocate. I want to ensure that our schools stay strong for my son and for all of the children in our community. I have a conservative view, so for that reason I'm endorsed by the Orange County GOP. I believe that together we can keep our Irvine schools great with a focus on my ABC platform of A, accountability, both fiscal and academic, B, keeping the best school programs, keeping our Irvine schools strong, which those strong academics are the hallmark of our IUSD school district. And I also want to maintain our arts programs here in Irvine. That opportunity is essential for having a well-rounded student. I believe that a lot of us share that view. I also believe in choice, that parents should have the opportunity to choose the educational path that best fits the needs of their children. So I am asking for your support this election season. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you very much for being here on Sunday morning.